Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It's your old pal Bendy back with more classic Tetris Monthly Das Masters for May 2025. What we've got for you tonight, three matches. And if I take a moment, I'll actually remember what they are. Okay, I think it's Aqua, right? Aqua? Yeah, Aqua. So it's the lower half of what you're seeing right here. Wallbant versus Oeuf means egg. The winner versus Scotto. And this is all to determine who plays against Giovanni. So Wallbant versus Oeuf means egg. Winner versus Scotto. And the winner moves on to the top 16 to take on Giovanni sometime later in the month. And then right after that, we have got a purple matchup. We've already played round one. Micetro defeated Zach Attack, or Zach Gameswell. And now we'll take on Bendy. So it's going to be Bendy versus Micetro. That's going to be a solo match. And the winner of that will move on to the top 16 to take on Rorschach. So let's give you a look at our overall top 16 situation. Is that the situation? That is the situation. So we've got, let's see, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. And after tonight, we will have 6 out of our 8 top 16ers determined. And then if you just want to see the entire tournament all in one glance, there it is. There, look at it. All those beautiful colors. So nice. Let's take a look at our rules so our players know what they're even doing here. They should know that this is a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play on emulator or console so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. And they can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronical, mechanical, or biological. That's right, no biological turbo. Players should not receive any in-game real-time advice. They should not pause unless I tell them to. They should start on level 18. They should be prepared to use same piece sets re-rolled in between each game of the match. And they should make sure that their hertz and input displays are turned on. And they should also know that this is a DAS tournament. There are other tournaments out there that are not DAS tournaments. They might be, I don't know, open play style tournaments. They might be hyper tapping tournaments. They could be all kinds of things. But this is a DAS tournament, so the players are expected to actually heed the spirit of DAS, which means actually play DAS. Best of 5 throughout this tournament, except for the finals, which are going to be best of 7, and the winner gets absolutely nothing. Oh, it's so sad. All right, we can give him something, I guess. We're going to give him a share in a prize pool, which stands currently at $69.69, which is, it's a lot of dollars and it's a lot of cents, but it's not nearly enough. We're going to pay our top 8. Right now, we'll pay our top 4. If we get to our monthly incentive of $1,200, we will pay the top 8. And the prize pool, important. It keeps the players motivated to keep coming back every single month, you know, make a little pocket money. It rewards them for all the hard work they put in, getting better, staying sharp, whatever. It rewards them. It keeps them coming back. That's all good for us. Look at that. It's win-win. Wow. Imagine that. Win-win. Okay, so that is how to support the players. Wait, how to do it though? That's why to do it. How to do it is you go to the Matcherino page for this tournament, and the way you can do that is you use the Matcherino command. That'll bring up some links. The third one is the one for this, and click it. It'll take you there. Top right-hand corner is where you log in. You can use your existing Twitch or YouTube account to log in. Don't even have to make a separate account or anything like that. And then a mustard colored button that says contribute will appear, and you can click on it and go from there and contribute. And thank you to everybody who has done so far. And if you're a person that doesn't want to see this horrible, stupid number on the screen, you should contribute and get it off the screen. Okay, so that is how to support the players how to support the channel is to go to Patreon. Patreon.com/monthly Tetris is where you can provide an ongoing pledge of support, whether monthly or annual, that keeps this channel literally going. We would not be able to do what we're doing right now without the Patreon. We're trying to do this full time. We're trying to do it so I can do this full time. And why is that important to you? Why should you care? Because that means I can do streams 24/7. I can wake up at 3 a.m. and stream to random people in some time zone in a place I've never heard of. And we can keep this tournament moving. So that means worldwide, everybody can take part. And that is the important part of the classic Tetris scene online, is that everybody can take part. They don't have to, nobody can stream us, so I guess I'm not going to take part anymore because it's always a hassle to find a streamer. No, I am that streamer that is always available, and I can take stuff at a moment's notice. I can take it in the middle of what is a normal workday. So yeah, I'm not getting wealthy off this thing, but I do want to be able to live, and I do want to be able to bring you Tetris whenever and wherever we can bring it. So patreon.com/monthly Tetris. That is where you can support the channel. Another way to support the channel is to go to the merch store and yeah, go there. ctm.wtf. ctm.wtf. That is the merch store. Isn't that hilarious? That you can get a WTF domain? Wow, hilarious and funny. You can get stuff for CTM. It's merch. Have it. Whatever. Supports the channel. It puts coverings on your body that you can, hide the rest of your body from society because they don't want to see it. And yeah, if you want to gift merchandise to the Twitch chat, you can do that too. The store knows when we're live, and it puts a little button that allows you to gift merchandise to the Twitch chat. So thank you to everybody who has purchased merch, and who has gift merch to the gifted merch to the channel. Okay. I think that's it. I think that is it. And of course, you're encouraged to super chats, stickers, super thanks, super this, super that over on YouTube. You can get a channel membership. You can gift a channel membership over there. And you can also do stuff on Twitch, bits and subs, and gift a sub, and Twitch Prime subs. And that is all stuff that exists that you can do to support the channel, or, just being here and being a nice presence is a nice way to support the channel as well. Although we can't pay our electrical bill with that, but it's still a nice way to support the channel. Okay, let me get Wallbant's thing here. Okay, we're getting Wallbant is here. He's got the Izod polo shirt, something going on there. He's got the little alligator on it. We dig it. We're here for it. Let me see if we got top of... Nope. That'll do it. Okay, players. I am going to go ahead and give you some pieces in a moment. And then we can start playing Tetris. Thank you, random name YouTube. Appreciate that. Let's get these players some pieces. A01322. A01322. Those are the pieces that we're going to use when we start to play Tetris. A01322. A01322. Excellent. As soon as both players signal ready. Oh, they've done it. But I guess we're ready. This is Classic Tetris Monthly Das Masters Aqua bracket, or teal bracket if you're going to be all whatever about it. Whatever. Aqua bracket, round 1, Wallbant versus Oeuf means egg. Let's get him started in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Mr. Spoopy Scotto, thank you for subscribing at tier 1. 6 months. Very nice. Appreciate that. It's weird that it didn't show up in the activity feed. I don't know why that is. Let me refresh Twitch so I can make sure we got all the up-to-date information. Yeah, I don't know why that didn't show up. That's really weird. Anyway, we have begun game number 1 between Wallbant and Oeuf means egg. On the left side of your screen, it is Wallbant, who qualified into this tournament into seed number 23 with a 986,000 average of his best 2 games played in a 60-minute qualifying period. Wallbant is a known Canadian and also known to consort with other Canadians, so be on the lookout. Got an overall PB of 1.18 million. Oh, not an overall, but a DAS PB. Sorry, a DAS PB. 1.18 million. That's good for about 76 on the overall score leaderboard. This is either 3rd or 4th DAS Masters appearance. I'll have to check. Our intern isn't good at updating our stat sheet. But one thing I can tell you is that Wallbant is a 3-time Futures Circuit winner. The most recent time was February 2024. Also a hopeful circuit winner back in 2022. He played in the CTWC Gold bracket the last 2 years, and you may have seen Wallbant taking 2nd at the Boston Tea Parity event in 2024, or finishing in the top 4 in the Montreal event last year. It would have been cool if we could have had that event this year. I met Wallbant and a lot of great community members there. Wallbant also took 2nd in, I think, the 2nd iteration of CT12, of the Classic Tetris Level 12. That's a Level 12 star tournament. And was also top 4, I think, in the most recent one. Is that right? Is that the most recent one? So pretty good at Level 12 Tetris. Yeah, back-to-back finals, basically, in CT12 2022 and 2023. So that is Wallbant. Yeah, totally confirmed. Is a Canadian. You got to keep your eyes out. 266 for Wallbant, 264 for Oeuf means egg. And on the right side, it is Oeuf means egg with a 974,000 point qualifier. Oeuf means egg was the winner of a Challengers circuit way back in November of 2019. And that might have been like the second or third month that we did Challenger circuit. Originally it was Masters and then Community Tournament. And then we added Challengers. I think it was September 2019. So this was like the second or third. And that was a very famous finals because Oeuf played against a player named Oeuf in the finals, right? So it was Oeuf versus Oeuf. And you can imagine how hilarious that was to say, Oeuf's got 500, Oeuf's got the, it's pretty funny. 380 here for Oeuf, 340 for Wallbant. Anyway, Oeuf means egg was top 4 of CTWC's DAS Championship in 2023 and top 8 last year. That's the one that takes place in Germany. So Oeuf's flying all the way out to Germany just to finish in the top 8. 406 for Oeuf, 367 for Wallbant. Oeuf means egg also played in silver bracket of CTWC in 2024. 409 for Oeuf, 369 for Wallbant. Oeuf is set up for a Tetris. Wallbant waiting on pieces. Tetris for Oeuf, 434, 396 for Wallbant. So Oeuf ahead by about 38,000 points. That's a little under 2 Tetrises, which are worth here 22,800 each. 459 for Oeuf, 399 for Wallbant. Okay, as far as ranked matches go, it appears that these players have not played each other before, which is surprising because they each go back a ways. Wallbant 477, 532 for Oeuf means egg, but yeah, they have not played each other in a ranked match. Unfortunately, the spreadsheet is not allowing me to look for friendly matches at the moment for some reason. Oeuf means egg was a player in a very early CTM Masters. 566 for Oeuf means egg, 502 for Wallbant. Back then, it wasn't even called Masters. It was just called CTM. It wasn't even the main event. It was just CTM. Or maybe it was, yeah, it was called the main event, I think, because by that time we had the community tournament in January. 570 here for Oeuf. He's really got to bring this down. He's got a small lead, but see what he can do here to try to bring this down. Okay, well, he's actually, oh no, that square to the left is probably going to be fatal unless he can quick tap something, and he's not going to be able to do it. The target for Wallbant, it doesn't matter because Wallbant gets that Tetris right as Oeuf was topping out. Wallbant going to take game number 1. I'll get you some new pieces, players. When you are ready, it's 2-4, E5, 8A. 2-4, E5, 8A. You can mullen it out if you want. You can totally mullen, but the pieces are there. But yeah, Oeuf means egg. He does go way back. I mean, he played his first ranked Tetris match was in April of 2019, and I played in that one, I believe. Well, didn't I play in that one? Was that the one? That was the one where I went out to green tea, right? I was like the 16th player because I couldn't get. They only had 15 players. And I just played at the last minute, and of course I came in with this like a 220 or something qualifier, and I got to play green tea in round 1, and of course I got destroyed, but I played in that one. So we each played in Masters old school April 2019. Yeah, Oeuf means egg, his first match was against Corian. That's when everything was best of 3, so it's just like 2 quick outs, and then he played Noel the very next month. And his first win, his first competitive win, was against the DAS world record holder, Mega Retro Man. Okay, 2-4, E5, 8A, 2-4, E5, 8A. Both players have signaled ready. It is game number 2. Wallbant, 1-0, heading into game 2. And you can start in the chat countdown if you can start. Oh, my computer's slowing down a little bit here. Let me see if I can close something here. But yeah, Oeuf means egg. First competitive victory was Mega Retro Man in Tetris Deathmatch. That was in May of 2019, back when your old pal Bendy was playing that. And then I was Oeuf's first, like 5th ever match and 2nd win in the community tournament in July of 2019. I got destroyed. What's up, Mr. Burrow, Josh C? Random name YouTube, Teamer, Supermark. I don't know what my computer is doing right now, but I can hear. I have these like NAS drives, right? Network attached storage drives. Like one of them's, I don't know. How many terabytes? It's a lot of terabytes. I think it's about 16. No, I think it's about 20 terabytes. The other one's like 16 terabytes, and they're crunching. I can hear them crunching. You know, right next to me, and then my computer slows down, which is weird because they're not even mounted, these drives. I don't know what's going on. But we'll figure it out together as a family. 72,000 for Oeuf Means Egg, 131 for Wallbant. Okay, a little skim there, trying to keep it open. Oeuf. And a Tetris for Oeuf, 134, 148 for Wallbant. So 15,000 points apart, one line apart. Okay, Oeuf now Tetrising. He's in the lead by about 30,000 points. There's a Tetris Wallbant. Now they're within 6,000 points and 3 lines. So fairly low paces through 80-something lines. You know, if you were on a really mean pace, it would be about 100,000 points per 20 lines, which would be 400,000. If you're on a pretty decent pace, maybe, you know, 300K through 80. But these are sub 300s, even through 90. And since they're both on that pace, it's probably RNG, a factor. $311 Oeuf Means Egg, 260 for Wallbant. D Brew, first time chat, says Mr. Bean. Okay, thank you for that. Who are you saying? Someone looks like Mr. Bean? Is that what you're saying? $276 for Wallbant, $366 for Oeuf Means Egg. Oeuf is our own special Mr. Bean. I don't know if that's the case there. Dongulus Rift. For one thing, I've heard, you know, Oeuf speak, right? And Mr. Bean is relatively quiet. Like barely ever, you know, he'd be like, but he doesn't really talk, you know. Okay, Wallbant with an awkward transition into 19. This is going to be tough. Needs to open up. Oh, wow. How is he getting these pieces over? Oh, my goodness. Wallbant with the survival of the long bar gets over. Wow. Wallbant is going to survive that 349. Oeuf is into level 20 at 469. Wallbant should not be here. I mean, he should be done. That is just crazy survival from Wallbant. Oh, no, but this is going to be super hard. And yeah, Wallbant going to top out 353. Oeuf Means Egg going to tie it up. A game apiece. Suffer game for real. Mr. Bean. There's a name I haven't heard in ages. You cringed retroactively. Oh, I don't think Mr. Bean is cringe. I don't think it's cringe comedy. I think he's just funny. I think he's proto cringe. I'll give you, maybe he's proto cringe. All right. Well, that's very cute. Okay. That's a little weird in the chat here. Okay, new pieces, players. When you're ready, E0882A, E0882A. No, we don't need it any weirder. We don't need it weirder at all. Nope. It's just the right amount of weird. E0882A, E0882A. Both players ready. And what was once a best of 5, now a best of 3 between Wallbant and Oeuf means egg. They are now beginning to play that Tetris. I have the same blanket that Oeuf means egg has. I think a lot of people have that blanket. I got it at Five Below. It was $5. Even $5 might have been a little too much. It's very thin blankets, which I actually don't mind, but at 5 and below. Oh yeah, sorry, 5 and below. Every once in a while, I'll head back into that 5 Below and look for another one, but I haven't found it. I'm sure I could get them cheap online. All right, credit to Oeuf means egg for not doing the delayed VITs. Don't do it. It's wrong. Speaking of 5 Below, Oeuf is going to miss his on the left side. He's going to create some gaps in the stack. They skimming a Tetris for Oeuf means egg. And now he's going to go. Well, let's see what he's going to do here. Is he going to try to build? No, he's just going to take this down. He's not going to screw around with any weird wells or anything like that. It's still early. Yeah, we don't need anybody from Kick over here on Twitch. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about Kick where I just feel dirty when I have it open. It does not seem right. $114 for Wallbant through 39. 95,000 for Oeuf through 41 or so. So two somewhat suffery paces to begin. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. I mean, it's just a Twitch clone, but it just feels yucky over there. I don't know. I know that the person who founded it, a lot of people, or whoever runs it, a lot of people dislike that person, but I don't know who it is or why they dislike him, but is that where you go if you're on Twitch and you get banned for like gambling or something? 156 for Oeuf, 233 for Wallbant. Tetris of means egg 180, 234 for Wallbant. Gambling. Why do you put gambling in quotation marks? Is it one of my... Are you protecting me with those quotation marks? Okay, Oeuf with the adjustment to make room for the incoming J piece, that blue J. You have a sick parlay including this match. Oh, man. You know, it'd be great if, like, gambling came to Classic Tetris because it would mean that there's that much interest and attention. And, you know, prize pool would have to justify it, right? The prize pool would have to be large enough where it wouldn't be worth it for the players to throw games. Tetris for Oeuf 302, 400 for Wallbant. We have a clothing store in Germany called Kick. Cheap, terrible quality clothes. So hearing about Kick is kind of funny to me. Super Hujera says, could you have your nest capture redrawn while using OBS with an extension instead of having regular NES AV quality? Yes, you can do that. You can totally do that. There are things that exist for that, including Nestris Champs. So you can use Nestris Champs will do that. I don't opt to do it here on this stream because we want to see the players input we want to see their raw analog input for game integrity purposes. It's less important now since we're using same piece sets 100%, but 478 for Oeuf, 466 for Wallbant. But that is originally why we definitely didn't use it. The other thing is it's the technology is great. 493 for Oeuf, 541 for Wallbant. Both are on level 20. Technology is really great, but I do find it's a little bit inconsistent, and it's a little bit of a hassle for players to keep it going or troubleshooting it in the context of a match, at least in my opinion. I want the players to be 100% as much as possible focused on Tetris, not on, like, it's not capturing my stuff right, and I don't know. Now, maybe streaming is more troublesome than using the OCR stuff, but yeah, I don't know. 561 for Oeuf, 617 for Wallbant. Do all comps use SPS nowadays? No. I mean, you could definitely use it. CTL is one of the higher profile things that use it online. And of course, if you look at CTWC Live nowadays, they are using Nestris Champs. Back in the day, they used to use something custom created by their technology person, Trey. 635 for Oeuf, 635 for Wallbant. So close in score, but the lines are way different here. Oeuf is ahead by 7 to 11 lines. That means Wallbant is going to have lines in hand when they each get to 29, which is going to happen in about 35 pieces on Oeuf's side. There's a Tetris for Oeuf, 674. And Oeuf is on 26 now. Tetris is here worth 32,400. Tetris for Oeuf, 716. I think he's got a go. He's now ahead by over 10 lines and behind in score. So he's gonna have to probably just keep pressing here and try to take as few burns as possible while he still has a chance. He's ahead now, actually, but Tetris for Wallbant, 780. 13 lines to go for Oeuf means egg. Tetris for Oeuf, 791. Wallbant, 782. There's a Tetris. Wallbant going to take the lead back. He's got 16 lines left. Oeuf has got 5 lines left. Now just the 4. These burns are going to prevent him from getting one more Tetris potentially. And Wallbant taking the triple, taking a skim at Tetris. Tetris for Wallbant, 860. 870 for Oeuf means egg. So Wallbant skims, gets it Tetris, and that Tetris at the end here is going to do it for Wallbant. Wallbant goes up 2-1, and we'll see if he was going to get that other one. And in fact, that extra burn for Oeuf, that he was at 225 lines. He took a burn because basically felt like he was forced to. If he was able to not take that burn and set up for 2 Tetrises, he could have taken this game. But it is good. Wallbant has done enough, and he has won this one 2-1. Well, game 3, 2-1. It's a best of 5, so still, anybody's game. But yeah, crazy. Comes down right to the wire. Andrew Meep, tier 1, 15 months. Thank you. Okay, players, pieces. You really went for it. Well, I could tell. I was, obviously I don't root for anybody, but I was like, oh, let's kind of hoping like, all right, let's see if he can try to go for 2 here, I was just kind of hoping to see that, and then whatever happens, happens, right? So the pieces are 1E08FE. Okay, both players are ready. It is game number 4. Wallbant is up 2-1. Oeuf needs to win this one to force a deciding game 5. JTILZ. Spam this leg to help out egg. Do we still do that? All right, Oeuf is just kind of, well, all right, there we go. They might be a little bit stream delayed relative to each other. It happens. Do we still do that? I mean, we can do that. You can spam a leg to help out egg. You can spam a pants to help out Wallbant. You can spam whatever you want to help out Wallbant. What if it's been Wallbant the entire time and I didn't know? Like none of us knew. We've just been saying Wallbant. Yeah, I totally advocate for spamming pants. Spam your pants, everyone. Okay, Tetris Wallbant 122, 97,000 for Oeuf means egg. Are you going to create pants inflation? Oh my goodness. Pant tariffs are going to hit any day now. You could spam a plant to help Wallbant. $196 Wallbant, 173 for Oeuf means egg. And it does. All right, see what Wallbant's going to do here. No, he's not going to set up for the dirty, at least immediately. No, he's going to go. He's already got a Tetris well buried and waiting. Not going to mess around with center wells or dirty wells or center wells. Tetris Wallbant 258, 227. For Oeuf means egg. Okay, Tetris for Oeuf 281, 306 for Wallbant. Oeuf sets up again, gets it. It is pretty bonkers that Oeuf means egg his first competitive Tetris match was like 6 years ago. I played in the same tournament. That is pretty crazy. That's a long time. He must have been 13 years old. I mean, this is a young man. I was in my 40s then. I'm still in my 40s. So I'm just old. Just really old. Both players at 400,000 through 102. Oeuf is 30 and arthritic, and he's moving into a nursing home. All right, well, that's nice for him. He'll have activities and a community. Sounds great. I did. I think I played twice. I probably played in October, like the first month, or maybe the second month, November. One of those months, I forget. And then, well, that was in 2019 when I was running it. I think I played. But then under Friday, which I think I played one time, and that was at April 2019. And it's really just because there were only 15 players qualified. That's it for the whole tournament. This is before we had like over 100 people every month qualifying in. 523 for Oeuf means egg. 511 for Wallbant on 19. April 2018 and November 2018. All right. So I kind of remember. Yeah, I definitely didn't want to do it in October since that was the first one. And I was going to have it was all I could do to just run the stream rather than play. $542 for Wallbant, $561 for Oeuf. The winner also has to play someone who started playing comp in 2019, says Scotto Bozo. Oh, I wonder who that is. Who could that be? $597 for Oeuf means egg, $580 for Wallbant. And that is a good reminder the winner of this match will play Scotto for a spot in the top 16. $635, Oeuf means egg. Wallbant set up in column 8, gets the Tetris, $645. There's one Oeuf, $664. Just about the same line count. Oeuf is ahead by, 15 to 18,000 points. Scotto, I've never played you in a match ever. That's weird. But like, why would I though? You've always been way too good, so why would I ever play you? I guess that does make sense. But back in the old days, there weren't enough players for you to have like finely discriminated tournaments where you could get, you would often have disparities because of how few players there were overall. 716 for Oeuf Means Egg, 780 for Wallbant. All right, Wallbant uncovers. There's a friendly, helpful long bar. Bringing it down, 787 for him. 751 for Oeuf Means Egg on level 26. So about 22, 23 lines to go. Oeuf Means Egg needs something here. Tetris, okay, 790. He's back by 4 lines. Oh no, those holes in the stack are going to be tough for Oeuf Means Egg. He gets a Tetris 824. He's back by about 70,000 points and 4 lines. But he's got to somehow make lemonade out of these messy lemons. He knows the assignment. He gets a Tetris 860, but he's going to need 60,000 plus, which means at least 2 and now 3 Tetrises, and those are not going to come on this board. Oeuf Means Egg is going to top out Wallbant at 235, trying to get that level 30. Not going to get it. But Wallbant takes this one 3 games to 1. Oeuf Means Egg, you're a wonderful man, but you will not be moving on in this tournament this month. As always, it's super fun to have you here in the tournament, and hopefully you'll be back in subsequent months. Wallbant, you are one. You have one. You are one. You are one person. And you are wonderful. And you have won this match. And you'll be playing Scotto. And we'll have that in a couple of minutes here. I just need to set up the match and then take a Bendy moment. And we will return. Okay, just give me another minute, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, players. B1EA93 when you are ready. Oh, wait, that's the wrong name. That is not the name of that individual. The name of that individual is Wallbant. 20, there it is. All right, look at this. 19. Pretty good 19. I mean, I would take it. B1EA93, my players. All right, get each finger there, crickety crackety. All right, glove, good. B1EA93. Okay, looks like both players are ready. Let's get them started before they change their minds. Round 2. Scotto versus Wallbant Aqua. Classic Tetris Monthly Das Masters, May 2025. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left side of your screen, seed number 10 with a 1.07 million qualifier. That is the average of his best 2 scores. Played in a 60-minute qualifying period. It is Scotto Bozo from the United States of America with an overall, well, not an overall, with a DAS PB of 1.25 million in an unknown RNG game. That's good for about 28th on the overall score leaderboard. And he was ranked number 19 in the most recent Premier poll for DAS players. And that is available at premierpoll.com. It's run by Pumpy Hart. Check it out. Premier with an E at the end. Scotto Bozo is he is a longtime member of the community. He started playing in 2019 and was the winner of the second ever Stupid Tetris Monthly. That was in November of 2021. He appeared in the Masters event, the 16-player version, back in February of 2021. He is a speed runner that specializes in the Ratchet and Clank series. He's got several world records. You can check him out under his name, Scotto Bozo, over on speedrun.com. And he is the author of a pretty interesting, impressive, and unique feat in classic Tetris. He was the first player ever to actually get a 1.5, believe it or not. He did it by doing RNG manipulation. That is like, knowing exactly which piece to drop how far so that the pieces that he would want would come out. And he was able to memorize that sequence. It was not like putting in a seed in Tetris Gym, because you got to memorize the whole thing, including where each piece goes, so that you get the correct RNG. And then you've got to start on the right frame of the game. Like you have to, and in order to get the right starters. So pretty impressive feat. Scotto Bozo is really the first player ever to start a game of Tetris and get a 1.5, which is pretty amazing. Was first in the silver bracket of CTWC in 2023. Also played in the gold bracket in 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. Also played in silver last year and in the Jonas Cup last year. That is Scotto Bozo. On the right side, it is Wallbant. He qualified into seed number 23, defeated Oeuf Means Egg to get here to round 2. 293 for Wallbant, 252 for Scotto. Wallbant with a DAS PB of 1.18 million, good for about 76 on the DAS leaderboard. I think either his third or fourth DAS Masters appearance. I don't know which it was. But he's a 3-time Futures Circuit winner, most recently in February of last year. Also won a Hopeful Circuit in May of 2022. He's played in CTWC Gold Bracket the last 2 years. Runner-up at the Boston Tea Parody in 2024, top 4 in Montreal last year as well. 349 for Wallbant, 324 for Scotto Bozo. It is an amazing feat. Yeah, I mean, it's really, it's kind of not as talked about, and really nobody else has pursued anything all that similar as far as I know. But it's exactly how you would think a speedrunning oriented player would attack it. So somebody with a lot of, speedrun experience would attack it in just that way. So bringing that unique experience together, very unique, and I think an impressive feat. 395 for Scotto, 443 for Wallbant. Imagine memorizing an entire seed. And then you can't just spam that seed over and over again. You have to actually reset the console in order to get the right starting seed. And if you don't do it right on the right frame or the right number of seconds, from start, it's just unbelievable. 490 for Wallbant, 445 for Scotto. Yeah, no misdrops. That's the thing. You misdrop, game over. You just have to play it out. FCR Play says, I can't even memorize my blood type. Yeah, same. 537 for Wallbant, 6 lines away from the 19 speed increase. Speed is about to increase by 50%. Tetris for Scotto, 492. Okay, Scotto going to transition in, not Tetris ready, but with a dealable with stack. Wallbant, Tetris is into 19 at 565. Scotto is at 505. Tetris, Wallbant, 589. We'll have 100 lines of this speed at level 29. The speed will double, and that will serve as a kill screen in DAS competition. Players will not venture all that far beyond level 29. Occasionally you see level 30s. Even rarer do you see beyond level 30. 650 for Wallbant, 565 for Scotto. Of course, the record overall belongs to Pixelandy, who achieved a level 32. That was in DAS Masters. $713 for Wallbant, $630 for Scotto. Now, according to this source, there are 17 players with a DAS level 30. 743 for Wallbant, 691 for Scotto. And neither of these players are on the list, but I think they have level 30 stuff. I feel like either one of them could do it. 819 for Wallbant, 788 for Scotto. We're now just about 30 lines away from level 29. So they're going to have to do all the scoring they're going to do from now on in this match in the next 30 lines. Tetris, Scotto, 853. He's back by 30,000 points. Tetrises on level 26 are worth 32,400. Okay, that misdrop of that L in the middle of that board for Scotto, that is going to slow him down considerably. Well, he tries to clean that up, but Wallbant only now just getting clean. We'll see what Scotto can do. I think he knows the assignment. He's got to get Tetrises from here on out. that Z to the left is, or that S to the left is not going to help. And you also got to get the bars. If you don't get the bars, forget it. There's a Tetris for Scotto, 939. He's going to have to set up for 2 with Wallbant getting none, but no, Wallbant is going to get one to get the max out. So, yeah, Wallbant would have to get no more points, and Scotto would have to get 2 from here. And I just don't see how that's going to happen. There's a Tetris for Scotto, 976. Wallbant gets one as well, A44. So double 29s. Wallbant with the max out. Game 1 is going to go to Wallbant. Very, very good game. I mean, a great, and Das, it's a great game. If this were 2018 CTWC, I mean, the whole place would have fallen down. They would have been on the floor. Chris Tang would have just exploded. But now it's 2025, and people are like, yeah, whatever. See it all the time. D0976F. When you're ready, if you need to take that moment, you can. Play a little floor. That's perfectly fine. But it is D0976F. So after this match, or maybe a little shortly after this match, we will have one more match, and that's going to be a purple bracket round 2 match between Bendy and Micetro. That is it's 8:08 right now in Texas. It's supposed to start at 9, so we may have to, depending on when this goes, we may have to delay, or it may be delayed though. Zempro says Chris Tang would have exploded into like 20 mini Chris Tangs who just run around screaming boom. Yeah, probably. All right, both players ready. Game number 2. Wallbant is up 1 game to none. Oh, Pelton says James Chen would have howlered 70% Tetris rate at the top of his lungs. He would have. That's what he would have done. Oh my word. Oh, look at that. I love that tuck setup from Scotto with that T there. You will see Scotto make a lot of creative adjustments. And really both these players see this game in a way that I wish I could. Maybe I'm getting there. I feel like I'm making progress with Nestris.org. Tetris Scotto 114, 72,000 Wallbant. This is a best of 5, so the first player to 3 games or 3 matches is the winner. And that is the entire tournament up until the finals. $188 for Scotto, $149 for Wallbant. Tetris Wallbant 175, 240 for Scotto after a center well triple. Okay, Scotto with a covered well, uncovers long bar in Tetris. Scotto 266, 222 for Wallbant. Okay, nice little delayed burn cleanup thing there for Scotto. That'll lead to a Tetris 289. And there's the Vits for Scotto. We did something very similar with the T for the square, as he did when he just set up for that Vits. Tetris Scotto 314. There's one Wallbant 291. One line apart and 24,000 points apart. That's just about one Tetris. Those are worth 22.8. They'll go up 1,200 points every level increase. The next level increase is at 130 lines. And then every 10 lines after that, the levels will increase again. Tetris Wallbant 342. Omenvoir. Everyone used to say micro adjustments. Everyone used to say that. But I don't say it anymore unless it just slips out. But I watched the Tristop video and now I'm very aware. Okay, Wallbant with a Spire here with that Z. Oh, my word. Okay, he's going to uncover that left side. He's bringing it down. He's going to survive and get a Tetris 404. Yeah, well, Tristop should be... El Peltum says, Tristop is ruined commentary. Real. Well, anything that can be destroyed by the truth should be. Tetris for Wallbant 451, 486. Scotto. So same line count. About a 40,000 point lead for Scotto. Okay, Wallbant uncovers, gets that Tetris 500. 4 lines to go for Wallbant until 19. 2 lines for Scotto. Tetris Wallbant 551, 549. Scotto. Scotto with a couple of rows of garbage over the well. He's uncovering. Oh no, he's not getting that left side is going to be a real problem for Scotto. So he's going to use that L maybe to try to chop it down, but this is very dangerous for Scotto. What can he do? And he's trying, but I don't think he's going to survive. No, he's going to top out. Scotto is, and Wallbant goes up 2 games to 1. Wallbant, you are good. To none. You are good in game number 2. 2 games to none. That is the real thing I should have said. When a quick tap doesn't clear 6 left. Rip. Hello, Chen. How are you today? All right, Wallbant looking to just get out of this just to prove that he can. And oh no, he wanted a plausible, intentional top out, but now he ruined it, and that is clearly unintentional top out. Okay, Wallbant up 2 games to none. Okay, AD0D58. AD0D58. Okay, Wallbant up 2-0. Scotto needs to win this one to stay in. Scotto with that one push down point. Channeling Sidnev. Well, I guess not channeling. So you could literally just call her on the phone. So you don't have to channel Sidnev. But maybe hearkening Sidnev. We'll go with hearkening. Okay, Scotto uncovers a well, gets a Tetris 71,285 for Wallbant. Looking for Tetris number 2. He's going to get it. Scotto with a little hole in the stack there. He's taking care of it. He's got a couple rows over. He exposes it. He's filling it all in. He's going to move all that stuff back over to row 10 where it all belongs. Row 10. The best place to set up your Tetris well, or at least the default place. 102 for Scotto. Wallbant gets a Tetris 102 for him. So same line count, 102,000 points. Vandy, in the Premier poll, there are some players at the bottom of the total list who got votes but no rank. They are in order. So technically, you can find the players between 21 and 35 that way, I guess. Yeah, that isn't something that's customarily done in these ranking systems. Technically, they say, it's good for the top however many that the poll is for, and then the rest of the players are not ranked despite having received votes. But you can bring that up with Pumpy Heart. It's up to him how these are to be styled. I don't think that is how he wants that information portrayed. So I will defer to him, since he is the owner of that data. Imagine owning data. Crazy. 178 for Wallbant, 201 for Scotto. $224 for Scotto, 201 for Wallbant. Yeah, after you get a certain way down the list with so few votes, for individual players, it becomes not useful. So when you've got a lot of votes clustered around a certain number of players, it's meaningful. And if you just have a few votes, like, one person got 4, another person got 5, like, it doesn't really make much sense to talk about who's above another one. So, yeah, I even if, well, the whole point is that ranking system ranks 25 players and then just gives you additional vote getters just for context and interest, but they do not receive a rank, so they are unranked by that system. And they literally are not ranked by that system. So it would be silly for me to cite the Premier poll giving them a ranking when they are in fact not assigned a rank. Why would I do that? 332 for Scotto, 392 for Wallbant. Okay, Scotto going to clear away that situation pretty easily. Basically a single 356 for him, 438 for Wallbant. So it's a pretty big lead for Scotto right now. I mean, for Wallbant right now. My apologies. For Wallbant has the lead. Wallbant, if you're listening. Wallbant has the lead by 60,000 points. All right, Frankie M getting a little anxious from some of the stacking here. It's all right. It'll be okay. Bendy came in 46th on the February 2025 Open Premier Pool rankings. Yeah, that's really embarrassing. I mean, I had nothing to do with it. I mean, other people's actions don't confer, anything on my character, but it was a little cringy for that to happen. 501 for Scotto, 119, 545 for Wallbant. Tetris Wallbant 570, 527 Scotto. I should have been ranked higher. Oh my god. I think I would come in about 46 legitimately on the commentator poll, but on the player poll, I'd be lucky to crack the top 5,000. 584 for Scotto, 606 for Wallbant. Tetris Wallbant 640, 643. Scotto has gotten a lot closer now. Scotto with a small real-time lead, but ahead by, 4 lines here. And as soon as Wallbant gets those lines, he's got the real-time lead. Uh-oh. Scotto with a Spire. He's got an open well. He gets a Tetris. That'll bring the stack back down. Some measure of safety, or at least it's dealable with anyway. Oh, Scotto. Oh, no. Kind of early shift. Kind of early dash load on that Z. And this is not really going to be survivable by Scotto. That's a top out at 692, and Wallbant is already good. And Wallbant going to take this one in a sweep, 3-0. So number 23 seed in here will advance to the top 16. GG's Scotto Bozo. Always a pleasure to have you here. But it will be Wallbant moving on to the top 16. You can go ahead and mullen it out for whatever it's worth, which is not much. Given the board state, I don't know. Maybe you can save it. See if you can save it and see what he can do. All right, look at this. This is some kind of survival. What's he gonna do from here? Oh, it's squares. Squares, man! These quick taps. All right, can he cap it all off with a Tetris? Let's see. He's got no burns, so he's got to go all in on it. Long bar gets over. There it is. Oh, nice spin. Look at that. Look at this guy. There it is. Feels good. He's going to win. Oh, whoops. The other guy. That's the other guy. There he is. The GG's Wallbant. You're moving on to the top 16. Okay, well, we are going to take a look at our top 16 situation, see how that is shaking out. Well, we've got another result. It's over in match 22, that top 16. Giovanni versus Wallbant. Not an easy draw. Really, there's no easy draws at all. So now we have 1, 2, 3. Scooty, Wallbant, Tugi, they are in. Miles and Chroma are in. So we've got 5 of our 8 open spots in the top 16 filled in. And we're going to do another one. It's going to be Bendy versus Micetro. Now, they are scheduled to start at 9 p.m. I don't know if they're around or not or what. But, you know, if they are, I mean, they could play. That would be a thing. There's our top 32 if you want to regard it, screenshot it, just look at it, feel good about it. "9 p.m. is in how many hours? It's in 0.5 hours. Sorry. Yeah, it's 8:30 in Texas. 9 p.m. is when it's meant to start. Well, it's a good time to thank those of you who have supported the channel so far today. There may be more after. But thanks for the follow. Hamsters Ohio subs, Mr. Spoopy and Andrew Meep. Following on Twitch. We didn't have any prize pool. Oh, we did have a prize pool contribution. I'm sorry if I missed that. That was from someone. That was from Whoops. So I'm sorry I missed that, Whoops. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. So we're up to 74.69. Players will start on time, not early. That is fine. Maybe we'll play a little Nestris.org with the people. We can play a little Norg. Why not? Why not Norg? So we'll play that until we're about to start. Nestris.org for the people. Thanks to our patrons, by the way. Sticker, double sticker community. And then Scott Gray, J in the window, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat McMonkey, Mila Tempest. Appreciate that. Why do I feel like I'm logging in every time I open it? Primer. Let's see. Where am I doing this? I'm going to do this over here. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's logging me out more often. Okay, well, let me connect my console. And suppose I don't have to show off my browser bar. There's nothing up there though. You don't need to see that. All right, let's connect my console. So there's a tip. I don't know if anyone's tried this, but I find that if you have Tetris Gym and you go to dark mode and you go to OG, not any of these other options, you go to OG. I've only tried one other option. It will actually improve your capture, I think, because the contrast is better. But my capture becomes a lot more reliable and less sparkly. It's not to say there is no sparkly, but I've had no trouble getting it to capture my board ever since I started using dark mode OG. You can also just get a better capture card. Okay, yeah, but that's like, you know, money, and I don't want to do that because it's all set up. And I do have a good capture card. The problem is it's just split. The split from the thing, just, you know, it's half the signal goes here and half the signal goes there, so signal strength degrades. So if anybody wants to play, I am down to play a game with you. Yeah, I bought a distribution amp. Here, this is annoying. So I bought a distribution amplifier, which is basically a splitter with an amplifier. It's cheap. And I realized I needed one extra RCA cable, red, yellow, white cable. And I don't want to buy another one. I have no extra ones here in the apartment. I have like 50 of them in storage, and my car isn't working right now. So I can't really go to storage and get it. But I'm stubbornly not fixing my car or buying another cord. So I'm just annoyed like all the time. RF signal to TV, AV to capture. Yeah, I mean, I know how to hook TVs up. Okay. So I don't know if anyone wants to play. Otherwise, I'll just play ranked. I'll just play a ranked game then for the people. All right, I'm playing against a Canadian. Oh, man. Level 12. And it's pretty tied, so even points. 95E CEA. 95E. Oh, wait. 95E, yeah, CEA. ECEA, level 12. You don't need a splitter with an S. Oh, is that what you're saying? Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, whoops. I can put the RF connector to the NES directly. Well, I don't have one of those cables either. I'm not, in the apartment, and I'm not buying one. All right, so it's up to me to beat a Canadian. Unfortunately, the two Americans in the bracket could not beat the Canadian. So it's up to me to beat a Canadian on this stream. And it appears that I'm not going to do that. It appears I'm just going to lose like a dummy. Anytime you want to give me a bar, though, game, that is acceptable. I will accept it. Whoops, that was a mistake. I got a little spooked there, but that's fine. We get the bar. We survive. We're feeling good. I don't know if I've played ranked in a while. I don't want to put a piece up there. Oh my god, what am I actually doing? Oh my god. Oh! Oh no. Oh, did they top out? Oh my god, how did I win that? How did I win that? Oh shoot. What the heck? How did I possibly win that? You just think I have an RF cable lying around? I don't think I do, man. I don't have one. So I guess I could just buy the RF cable. Maybe I'll do that. Okay. Anybody want to play me in a ranked game for fun? We have 21 minutes to burn. Or not, or an unranked game, obviously, because it's a friend game. Look at all these people who are online. Moodus is online. Doesn't want to play. Yeah, we have beaten a Canadian, guys. Level 9 is fine. I'll play level 9. I'll play the heck out of level 9. I'm waiting for your challenge. A friendly challenge. All right, FCR is first. Level 9. FCR is first. 758 B90. Okay, I'm ready. Oh, Mr. Brain canceled the challenge. Zempro canceled. Okay. Now, can I blame my desk height right now? Because my desk is not at a height that I normally play Tetris at. This is more streaming height rather than Tetris. Like, this is commentary height. Oh boy. Dude. Just bring it down. Stop being a bozo. Oh no! Whoops. I just had like a little brain freeze. So let's just bring this down. We don't want to like lose a real cheapie to FCR. It's like, is level 9 okay? I'm like, sure. And then I get destroyed. That's not what you want. You want to win. You want to win against the fans, you know? You want to be like, there's a reason that, like, I'm right here, okay? And you're right there. Yeah. Usually the reason is I'm worse than the people that are playing on this stream. That is the reason I am here, they are there. All right. One row off. Doodly do. I'm going to try not to cover that dealio if I can help it. Okay, can I get a thing? Yes. Now I just need one more thing. Give me the bar. Hello. All right, there's a bar. So did that actually benefit me in any way? Let's see. What will this give me? That gives me one of those. Okay. I should have done something else. Oh no. I was getting a little too perfect there. Oh, crikey. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Bad, bad, bad. Bad, 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 bad. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna die. Oh no, I've died. I have died of dysentery. Moodus, you're top 100 in the world. But isn't that kind of true though? Aren't you kind of top 100 in the world? You're top 100 in the world. Vandy, did you see the crazy Blue Scooty stream yesterday? I saw Blue Scooty streaming Norg, but I didn't see what was crazy. So what was crazy? I don't know. Would you qualify? Like, let's say everybody in Tetris qualified for CTM every month. Would you make it into community tournament tier 3? Consistently, or whatever it is? Is that what it is? Or tier 2? Like, yeah, you would. Wouldn't you? No? Yeah, GG's FCR. If everybody qualified, no. Oh. What are you playing on? I'm playing on a Nintendo Entertainment System. Play you. Well, so challenge me. Whoever challenges me next, I'll play. What is this? This is Nestris.org, Colin. You don't need to know about it. You're retired. You don't need to know what it is. All right, Jay, level 18, best of 1. Perfect. 796764. All right, level 18. I am ready. No, Colin. I mean, it's Nestris.org. It is. I don't know what to tell you. It's a training and matchmaking site for Tetris games. And you can plug your console in just like Nestris Champs, and it's got a whole beautiful matchmaking interface. You might have known it previously as Tetris Fish. And it's got all the puzzles from Tetris Fish. And a whole lot more now. All right, I had a slow start, so I am behind by 2 tetters. Oh, that's so bad. Oh my god, that is rotten. Why would I do that? Let's just try to survive. my word. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing just to play in front of everybody and be really bad. Oh, man. All right, well, at least I'm keeping pace a little bit ever since I had my rough start, and my opponent is having a rough start, so that's good news. Or not a rough start, but a rough time of it right now. And that looks like a top out of the corner of my eye, and I think I am good. And I'm just gonna punctuate it with a Tetris right at the end here, just to stab the dagger in and not get the Tetris. There we go. All right, the dagger is stuck. Looks like a lot of work was put in. Yes, a lot of work was put in for sure. All right, we still got 11 minutes, so if anybody's up for a game, Tetris. I'm gonna do solo matches, Tetris. I don't want to do best of threes, just solo, because I only have 10 minutes to go, so I can't do a best of three. I reject it. Solo games. First to 0.5. Bro, your controller malfunctioned? Uh-huh. Sure it did. Tetris. I said no. Solo games. You pick a new player and hints. Tetridal. Mr. Brain. Okay, yeah. Mr. Brain. We'll play Mr. Brain. Three. 8. 3. 1. 4. C. 38314C. And it's level 12. And I am ready. Sorry, Meep. Okay. Oh, wait. Whoops. See, I'm far away. Oh, I didn't see my board. All right. I'm giving Mr. Brain a little bit of a head start here. Just from stupidity. General stupidity. And I won. All right. GG's Mr. Brain. Just mowing him down, man. I'm just mowing him down. Oh, Nestridal game. I'll take a look at it. If you link it in my... Oh, well, maybe I can play it now. All right, let's see. Okay, super. How do I play it? Reload. Failed to load. Okay. It failed to load. This is not the debut for Nest Trial that you wanted. I don't know. Maybe I'm on Brave, which is Chromium. So if there's some dependency that Brave won't load, but I'm not changing my browser settings to play it. So you'll have to figure it out. I'll like it though. Can I like it? Ignore the title. This is an AI image generator. All right, another time. I'll check it out another time. But did you test it in... You got to test it in browsers that people use, man. Which is the host website? Oh, I see. Yeah, I got it. All right, I can play one more. All right, I can play one more. Whoever's the first one I see. Whoever the first one my eye lights upon. Okay. Tetris, you got your chance. Okay. E7. D. Why am I only looking at one letter at a time? E898. E7D898 level 12. Oh, no perfect clear. Rip. Almost perfect clear. Yeah, I didn't know what to do there. All right, just 2 bars. That's all I need. This is not a very generous seed so far. Now I would need 2 bars again. Holy moly. Where are the bars, my dude? There we go. They coming. Oh, wait. All right, there we go. All right. We're good now. Okay. We got a problem. No, we don't, because I won. All right. GG, one more? You want to play one more? All right. One more. This Tetris person, whoever this is like always. Like whenever I'm on, I get an instant invite from this Tetris person. Okay, 4B46DD. 1 sec? What? You're gonna say one more and then say 1 sec? 4B46DD. Are you serious? All right. I mean, if I'm assuming if you're ready, then you're ready. Like, maybe I caught them unawares, but like, don't ready until you're ready, man. Okay. Holy moly. That's nothing. Dudeheimer. Holy living criminy Christmas. Just don't die. I mean, this guy has a good chance of topping out right now, so if I just don't top out, I have a shot. Alright, well, he opened up a well. That's good for him. I just kind of... Whoa, whoops. I just kind of want to know who this is. Who's got the screen name Tetris? Does anybody know who Tetris is? We can dox them. Alright, that's it. GG's, Tetris. You got your shot. GG. Okay. I think it is time for Tetris now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh wait, let me turn it back on. Ready? I'll do the manual music. Bow wow wow wow. Greetings, everybody. It's your old pal Van Dweller, and we are back with more classic Tetris Monthly DAS Masters. And we had some DAS Masters earlier. We did a little Nestors.org. And now it is time for more DAS Masters. Let me just set up my screen really quick right here. And I will show you what it's going to be. It's going to be Bendy versus Micetro. And that is coming out of the purple bracket in what you're seeing right here. So we've already done round one from the purple bracket. That was Micetro against Zack Attack, and Micetro took that one. Now it's going to be Bendy versus Micetro. The winner will take on Rorschach, aka Bald Shaggy, and that will be in the top 16. So we're getting very close to having our full top 16 built out. We've already got 3 determined on the right side. Blue Scooty is in, Wallbant is in, Tugi is in. On the left side, Miles is in, Chroma is in, and either Bendy or Micetro will be in to play against Rorschach later in the month. Now, you guys know the rules. The rules are, I'm not going to tell you all the rules, but, you know, make sure you're using unmodified version of Jim and turn off all your mechanics, statistics, and appearance mods. Just vanilla Jim. That is it. Any controller, no big buttons, no turbo functions used, whether electronical, mechanical, or biological. Do not receive any real-time in-game advice, and do not pause unless I tell you to. Level 18 starts all the way through. Same piece sets. We're going to re-roll players and make sure your hertz and input displays are turned on. Make sure you heed the spirit of DAS. This is a DAS tournament and only a DAS tournament. So if you want to play in a DAS tournament, this is where you play. If you want to play in a different kind of tournament with different way of moving the pieces, you can do that, just not here. Best of 5 throughout. Finals will be best of 7. Winner gets a share in a prize pool, which stands at $74.69. Use the Matcherino command on Twitch or on YouTube to bring up the link. The third one is the one for DAS Masters Click on that. It'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Micetro. Once you're there, the top right-hand corner, that is where you log in. Once you're logged in, there's a mustard-colored button that says contribute. Click on that, and then you can contribute. Thanks to everybody who has contributed to the prize pool. If we get to our $1,200 incentive, then we can pay the top 8 out of the top 32 instead of the top 4 out of the top 32. We've hit our incentive like every month. Let's not start missing it now. It's a huge draw for the players, brings them back, makes it worth it for them to practice and put in their qualifier. Not that you need to be paid to make it worth it, but you know, if it's a close decision and you know, maybe that'll go, all right, I can do this, right? If it's between this and like picking up like a $10 job on Fiverr, maybe they'll choose this, and I want them to choose this. Okay, so that is how to contribute to the prize pool and support the players. If you want to support the channel, you can do it at patreon.com/monthly Tetris. You can make a monthly or annual pledge of support that keeps the channel going and keeps it possible for me to continue to bring you the Tetris that you love to 32-player tournaments at the highest levels nearly every single month. And if you want that to continue, there's bystander effect, right? You know the bystander effect where like if you got 30 people witness an accident, like 30 people will just stand around because they think someone else will help. Well, that happens with, supporting anything. You think, the other people support it, I don't have to do it, it's not going to go away. And then all of a sudden, it goes away. And then that is a victim of the bystander effect. Don't let that be something that happens to Classic Tetris Monthly. Support the thing that you love and help make sure it continues along. Another way to support the channel is to go to the merch store, ctm.wtf. Yep, that's the real honest-to-goodness URL for the merch store, ctm.wtf. There's CTM merch there, and you can also gift merchandise to the Twitch chat. It's really easy. The store knows when we're online. It gives you a button to initiate an automated giveaway, and you can do that, and it's fun. So thank you, everybody. And yeah, so let me do this. I don't think I actually set up the next match, so I'm going to need to do that real quick. If you want to watch the live jank, you can watch it right here, right now. We're going to do the live jank. Where's my thing? Here's my thing. And it's going to be the what? What bracket is it? Well, first of all, let's put the scores back. It's the purple bracket. Purple bracket jeans, boots with the fur. All right, there's Bendy and Micetro, 12 and 21. We're watching. I'm not doing Arple. I'm not doing that. I don't like it. I'm not doing it. I don't care about it. Stop trying to make Arple happen. It's not gonna happen. You're trying to make fetch happen, okay? Oh, look at it. It's like a Bendy postage stamp, right? We're mailing a letter, and then Bendy is the where does it? Wait, it goes up here. Where does it go? Up here. There it is. It's like a Bendy postage stamp right there. All right, we're gonna fix that right there. There's Bendy. He's got the Beatles. He's hanging out with the Beatles. He's gonna be over on the left side of the screen. On the right side of the screen, number 21. We said, right? 21. Micetro is going, feeling good. We're gonna put Micetro over there. Micetro changed his camera since the last time he played, but that's fine. Whatever, I don't know what people are doing. Just keep everything the same. Why is it so hard? I don't know, man. And we get to see all of Micestro's ceiling, but none of Micestro's hands. Yeah, players, we really need to make sure we see your ceiling. If you have a choice between ceiling and hands, please let us see the ceiling. There we go. You don't have to hold them up. It's fine. Play at your normal position. It's totally fine. You can play in your normal position. We'll figure it out. You don't have to hold up your hands. It's totally fine. Oh my god. Oh, I love it. Look at, he's actually adjusting his camera. That is amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, look at this. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. All right, Bendy. All right, Bendy, make sure your Hertz and input display are turned on. You haven't sent a letter in 20 years. You don't know where the stamp goes. Top right-hand corner. All right, we got it. We good. Okay, players. Do you have any questions or suggestions for this tournament? No? All right, then I will give you your pieces and you may begin playing Tetris for everyone's enjoyment and for your own enrichment. The pieces are here. Nerf, Andy, and Dog. Well, I'm looking. All right, I will do that. I will make sure to do that. 2B 0856. 2 Bravo 0856. These scripts are getting repetitive. Yeah, I'm trying. There's contracts. All right. Looks like both players are ready. Bendy versus Micetro. This is round 2. The winner will go to the top 16 to play Rorschach. Let's go ahead and get them started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left side of your screen, it is Bendy, who qualified into seed number 12 with a 1.05 million. That was the average of his 2 best games played in a 60-minute qualifying period. He's got an overall DAS PB of 1.24 million. It's good for about 35th on the PB rankings. Bendy was also ranked number 7 in the most recent DAS Premier Poll. The Premier Poll is a ranking of Tetris broadcasters and journalists and tournament organizers and people like that, ranking the best players in open and DAS styles. And you can find that at premierpoll.com, premier with an E at the end for some godforsaken reason. Bendy finished in the finals of this event in January and also was a semifinalist in the month after that. He's a former Hopeful Circuit winner in Classic Tetris Monthly. That was in September 2023. And Bendy won CTWC's silver bracket. So that's the bracket for everybody that finishes outside the main championship gold bracket. They do kind of a second chance tournament for the other people. And Bendy was the winner. Bendy is also the first player to finish, to complete, to clear level 19, height 5 on B-type in NES Tetris. B-type, where the whole point is they put a bunch of garbage on the screen at different heights, or whatever height, and then you have to clear it, 25 lines of it. Well, he's the first person ever to clear height 19 I mean, sorry, speed 19. Height 19 would be very high. Speed 19, level, height level 5. Well, I can't even talk right now. What is it called? Level 19, height 5. That's how it goes on beat type. 215 for Micetro, 212 for Bendy. You can see a Game Scout video about that feat, actually. So look up Game Scout Bendy on YouTube to find it. 236 for Bendy, 241 for Micetro on the right side of your screen, qualified in to seed number 21 with a 1.000 million qualifier, has a DAS PB of 1.22 million. It's good for about 41st on the ranking. I didn't see it on the official rankings, but that's about where it would be if it were listed there according to the dark web of Tetris records. Micetro making his fourth, I want to say, DAS Masters appearance. Has played in Mega Masters in 2023. Played in CTWC, the bronze level, in 2021. That was the second online year. And you might have seen Micetro at some live regionals last year. Played at Detroit. Was that last year or this year? I don't remember which one. And Illinois last year. And Micetro, of course, a committed DAS player. 301. What does Micetro go by? The DAS Revolution? Is that what it is? The DAS Redemption? Something like that. The DAS something. Anyway, Micetro likes DAS. 326 for Micetro. 382 for Bendy. Tetris for Micetro. There's a Tetris dark web. I mean, the Tetris bot is a dark web, right? It's not accessible by like the normal internet, right? I guess you can sort of access it on Discord, but it's not, there's no web page where that information resides, right? $419 for Micetro, $461 for Ben. It's not like you need the Tor browser to get to it. That's not necessarily what dark web means, but anything you can't get by like normal web browsing, it's dark web, guys. It's the unindexed web. Like you could not go and Google the information from the bot. So that is the dark web. 507 Bendy, 489 for Micetro. We're just about 10 lines away from the level 19 transition. That speed is going to increase by 50%. And the amount of points you score for a Tetris will go up by 1,200 points every 10 lines. 580 for Bendy, 558 for Micetro. So Micetro going to skim a double into 19 at 561. And bar's not easy to come by upon 19 entry in this game. So Bendy having to work to just stay around here. Where are the bars? Where is the bar? I don't think Maestro's gotten the bar yet. I don't even know Bendy did. Okay, there is a bar finally for Micetro, 576. So that was a little bit of a drought. Get out your trouts. That was a drought. Tetris Bendy, 648, 582 for Micetro. Micetro trying to bring this down. Now remember, players are to be playing DAS. That is the press and hold play style, which was sort of the intuitive way to play this game for the first 30 years of its existence. You know, you press and hold Mario to move across the screen. You don't hyper tap Mario. So, of course, if you got this game when you were a kid, you would press and hold the Tetris pieces. And, of course, the pieces did go faster when you did that the right way. So that's all the evidence you need, I think, to say that the developers intended it to be played that way. And they did not foresee hyper tapping or any kind of tapping play style. 745 for Bendy, 685 for Micetro. So Bendy needs to bring this down. Can he get that to the left? Yes. He's going to use that great L to the left side. He's taking a skim. He's bringing it down. Long bar gets in. Tetris. He inspires that very nicely. That Z piece. All right, and some good awareness here for Bendy. Micetro trying to bring this down as well. Level 29 is going to hit in 30 lines, and there will be another speed increase. And in open tournaments, that is still playable by rollers and tappers to some extent. Dash players, virtually unplayable. There's been 17 people who've gotten to 30 and beyond, according to the dark web of Tetris. And only one player who's gone beyond, and with DAS, with DAS. And only one player who's gone beyond level 30. That is Andy. Who got to level 32 in DAS Masters. 911 for Bendy, 918 for Micetro. Maestro's going to have to do a lot of work here if he wants a chance. I don't know what he's going to be able to do. He's going to have to set up for 2 and then have Bendy really top out right now. But Bendy trying to get level 30 right now. I don't know if this is Sod, but we'll see. He was already ahead before he got into level 30. So that is fine. And Bendy is going to take game number 1. Bendy has a 31. Oh, you do? Why isn't it on the list? How am I supposed to know that? Bendy takes game 1. It's not on the list. Leaderboard doesn't show it. This is what happens all the time. It's not Bendy's fault. He says he submitted it. This is what happens all the time, though. Or like people put these lists out there, and I start to rely on the list, and then I go by the list, and I'm like, this is the thing that is true. And it's just like, that's not true. And then you find out, someone didn't approve it and put it on the list. So how can I, what can I do? What can I do? Like, I get someone's PB wrong, and they're like, I have a 1.2. And I'm like, did you submit it to leaderboard? No. Is it in the bot? No. What am I supposed to do, man? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But in this case, Bendy did submit it a couple of times. So, all right, well, Bendy has a level 31, apparently. Congratulations, Bendy. You don't have a 32, though. New pieces, 3-5, D9, 3-4, 3-5, D9, 3-4. But I kid, because this is all volunteer run. This is all people doing stuff for their passion project. So there's no expectation. Like, if I were paying for this information, of course I would expect it to be up to date. But, this is all volunteers doing things out of love. So I do what I can. So if I get something wrong, be kind. Okay, looks like both players are ready. 3-5, D9, 3-4. Both players are ready. They're both on seed. Let's get them started. In game number 2, Bendy's up 1-0 here in round 2 of this purple bracket. 3, 2, 1 countdown bits from K9 watching Tetris. Thank you, K9. Also, I don't know if I got Andrew Meep's tier 1 sub from the previous bracket, but thank you, Andrew Meep. Appreciate that. I think maybe I did. All right, so Micetro already with some traffic on the board. And like 6-7 lines over where the well would be. So he's going to have to fight this down. What's going on, K9? All right, there's a good triple for Micetro. Let's see what he's going to do here. Yeah, long bar goes in. Great. So now he's set up, ready to get his first Tetris if he can. All right, that clears away pretty nicely. T-tuck. Now getting a little droughted. Just when you want the bar so you can be like, I finally got out of my dig. I want a bar just to cap it off, and then the bar doesn't come. And there's the bar, Micetro. Tetris, 41,000. 79,000 for Bendy. All right, so if anybody manages the DAS leaderboard and has a moment, maybe you could approve Bendy's level submission. I think if somebody gets a 31, level 31, that should get up there pretty soon if someone has time. Pretty big deal. Tetris Bendy 133, 50,000 Micetro, who's just been in trouble the entire time. And Micetro is going to top out at 50,000. Bendy is good in game number 2. Players, here are the seeds for your next game when you're ready. But you can take a moment if you need it, because, hey everybody, it's your old pal Van Dweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. 0AABBB. There's no level 31 listed, says Hana. Bendy, you're lying. Are you lying? Don't lie. 0AABBB. Oh, maybe I submitted it wrong. Bendy, right. Oh, maybe I submitted it wrong. Now it all becomes clear. Hana, thank you for looking. No, I'm sure it's just a miscommunication or something. I'm sure it was something, just wires got crossed. All right, well, you can submit it after the match. That would be cool to have on the list. Okay, 0AABBB. This is going to be crazy. All right, we can adjudicate this later, so we won't worry about it. All right, let's get this started. Game number 3. Bendy is up 2-0 over Micetro. And you can all figure it out later. This is a match that will get someone into the top 16. So I guess this technically means this is a top 24 match. Colin says, Bendy also won the 2024 Classic Tetris Wars DAS Royal event. Played against Anpu Wide, Poopy, Hana, Robin, Trisky, and Ian Keith. Well, with that murderer's row of Tetris players, that is certainly an achievement to be celebrated. I had no idea. All right, Bendy won Classic Tetris Wars DAS Royal. Royale? Okay, 142 for Bendy, 167 for Micetro. Okay, Bendy looking for something to tuck under there. He's going to find that J piece. Going to build out that left side while he's waiting for the bar. Has to take a skim, though. Long bar over Tetris, Bendy, 212. 200 for Micetro. Micetro with the tuck of the J, filling in with the Z and the T. And got a board here. Has to take a skim as well. Long bar in Tetris, Micetro, 227. Bendy going to block the well after a triple just as the bar's coming in. It's going to allow Micetro to get a couple of unanswered Tetrises. But Bendy's still ahead by about a half a Tetris when the lines are tied. Tetris Bendy 319, 308. Bendy. Did I say that right? I think so. Sorry, I'm just dealing with a little situation here. So 341 Micetro, up 10,000 points over Bendy. 3 lines ahead as well. Still very close in lines and score. Oh, that left side for Micetro is a problem. He hangs that bar to the left. He had a covered Tetris well and just could not get the bar over the left to uncover it. Maybe there's something else. I don't know what he could have done there. That was so tough. Micetro going to top out at 402, and Bendy is good. 3-0. So, Bendy, you have defended your top 12 seeding. You will be playing in the round of 16. Micetro, you had a good run. You defeated a good player in round 1, but it wasn't quite enough today to make it past Bendy, a former finalist in this event. And really, finalist is almost as good as winning it, with the fact that Andy and Dog just refused to be beaten. So finalist might be the best anyone can ever do, aside from those two people. So GG's Bendy and GG's Micetro. We'll watch Bendy play it out a bit. All right, GG's again, Micetro. Always a pleasure to have you here. Keep the DAS dream alive. Look at Bendy. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God, pieces are teleporting through it. That's crazy. All right, Bendy, we're going to report this to the Tetris Central Reporting Agency. And it'll go in as a 3-0 victory. Monthly Tetris is the one that streamed it. And we're now going to show you our top 32 situation, or top 16, actually. We'll show you the top 16. And is Bendy there yet? You are not there yet. Well, let's refresh it. There it is. So 6 out of our top, or 6 out of our open slots in our top 16 have been determined. Bendy will play against Rorschach The winner of that will play against NGC Man and Chroma. So that can be scheduled. The Dog Scooty Geo Wallbant, that can be scheduled as well. And yeah, so we're making fine progress, and it's only the 13th of the month, which is good. So happy birthday month to me. And thanks everybody for hanging out. Appreciate all your support, and of course just watching all this Tetris. Yeah, Dog and Andy are on opposite sides of the bracket, so I mean this could be a foregone conclusion before we even, you know, well, like when we get to the finals, you know, just be Dog versus Andy, and we already know that it's just Artiaga domination. Which is fine. I mean, I'm not against it. I'm not for it or against it. I mean, let the chips fall where they may. And if, you know, somebody can rise to challenge them, that is great. And if someone can't, then, you know, they deserve all their success. So, but it really does seem like so far it's been their event. We've held it 7 times. It's 5-2. Is that what it is? 5-2. Do I have the winner? I don't have the winner. I don't have that slide here. Do I? Let me see. I have the winner slide. Yeah, here it is. 7 Das Masters. Yes, we have held 7 of them. This is number 8. I know. And we even skipped a couple of months, so that's like 10 months. We started in July, and now it's May. So, yeah. That's a thing. Pixel Andy 5, Dog 2. Oh, wait, this is the old slide. It's not updated. I don't know why that's not. It doesn't. The other updated one has Mega Masters Dog winner, but that's it, Kip. This is a fixture, man. You know, we started it. It's happening. Yeah, the updated slide. This is not the updated slide. The updated slide has Dog in second place and 2025 result for Mega Masters. So. Well, all right, everybody. Thanks again for hanging out. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna thank these people, our sticker and double sticker and community level members, and Scott Gray J in the window, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cacket, McMonkey, and Mila. Thank you all so very much. I'm gonna thank these supporters, including new followers, Hamster Ohio, Mr. Spoopy, and Andrew Meep for the resubs. And the bits from K9 watching Tetris. Thank you so very much. And I'm going to thank... we had a contribution to the prize pool. I didn't see that one. Let me refresh and maybe I will see it. And it is. If I missed it, I mean, I did miss it. Why don't I see it? Oh. Here's why. Yeah, it was... Junior says, let's go Micetro Big Daddy Tetris. I had the wrong page open, that's why. So, but thank you, Junior, for the contribution to the DAS prize pool. It takes up to 94.69. 1,200 is our target to pay the top 8. So if we can, you know, the more progress we make toward that, the better it is for this tournament. So thank you, Junior. We also had a contribution from Micetro Wheatien for 5 and Rogue Potato 866. That is how we got to the number we have right now. So thank you very much, Junior. Okay, YouTube, you've been beautiful. We love you. Mickey Mouse, Mr. Brain, BT. Oh, Mickey Mouse says, for the memes, I want to see the brothers keep up the streak in Das Masters for as long as possible. Well, yeah, memes. Everything's worth it for the memes. All right, take care, YouTube. We will see you tomorrow. Oh, I didn't tell you what we have tomorrow. We do have more tomorrow. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central, that's 23 UTC. Masters Purple, that's Shadow versus Somalian. Winner versus Cobra. So just the one tomorrow. Thursday, we've got Masters Red Pink. That's a top 16 part 2. That's going to be a hype one Thursday. Dangler Fractal. Winner versus Scooty. They've already did Maisie versus Scooty in the top 16. So, yeah, that top 16, Dangler, Fractal, Scooty. That is going to be insane. And that's for a semifinal spot. So make sure that you check us out on Thursday. That's dinner time in the States, late night for Europe. And those are the next 2 streams, right? One tomorrow, one Thursday. And yeah, that is it. And thank you all for hanging out. Take care, YouTube. See you tomorrow. And Twitch.